Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's WWE Friday Night Smackdown for March 15th, 2013. There's probably some noise, my laundry's going in the background, but as far as the show goes, I thought it was average. There were some good matches, 3 good matches actually, but it was still an average show. Maybe it was just me this week. I don't know. It felt like it just dragged on. There was a lot of recaps, and I don't know, I wasn't into it. But there was some good matches on this show, starting with Sheamus and Orton versus the Rhodes Scholars. Brad Maddox is back on commentary, which I was really excited for, but he didn't really say much this week. And Orton hits a T-bone suplex on Cody Rhodes in this match, which was new. And then he hits the RKO for the win, but he didn't do the typical spot where he goes for the RKO, the heel counters, and then he, ducks a clothesline and hits it anyways. He basically just walks up to him and hits it, so I kind of like that. You get tired of seeing the same thing every single week. Afterwards, the Shield is on the Titantron, and they're pissed they don't have a match at WrestleMania, even though they've dominated everyone. So they tell Sheamus and Orton to find a partner, and they'll have a match at Mania. Backstage, Big Show tells Orton and Sheamus he wants to be their partner, but they've already picked Ryback. Layla and Kaitlyn versus Tamina and Oksana. Layla took a nasty bump in this match where Tamina was supposed to push her, and she falls and the back of her head hits the bottom turnbuckle, and she almost slid into the ring post. But it looked really sick. Kaitlyn hits Oksana with the spear, but Layla tags herself in and hits the crossbody for the win. So they're going to do Layla versus Kaitlyn at WrestleMania, I'm sure. And the sad thing is they could have done a lot with this storyline. But the Divas just don't get enough time. And it's really sad. Because Layla's been a babyface for a while now. She's established herself as the big Divas babyface. And her heel turn could be something special. She's supposed to be Kaitlyn's mentor. But they don't have enough time. No one cares. And it's kind of depressing. I mean, this could be a good storyline if it just got more time every week. The Funkadactyls are watching this backstage, and they run into the Bellas. The Bellas call them Hoochie Mamas, and then act like they want to shake hands, but they attack the Funkadactyls. So that's probably going to be a tag match on Raw or next week's SmackDown. Kane versus Dolph. This was another good match here. Big E throws Daniel Bryan over the barricade. Kane goes on the outside, hits Big E with the big boot, and as he's getting back in the ring, Dolph hits him with the Faymaster and the zigzag for the win. After the match, Kane tries to chokeslam Dolph. Big E runs in, attacks Kane, hits that weird finishing move on him, and lays him out. So now I'm thinking WrestleMania is going to be Big E and Dolph versus Team Hell No. And possibly, this is just what I'm predicting as of right now, Daniel Bryan turns on Kane in this match. Another lame-ass Ricardo Del Rio Zeb Colter parody video. I hate these things. They're so just cheesy and unfunny. I mean, it's the lamest jokes you could possibly come up with. I almost fast-forwarded through this shit. I hate these videos. And they last way too long. And then Del Rio's like, maple syrup. It's so fucking stupid. Truth and Jericho are watching it backstage and laughing, so Zeb and Swagger come up, and Swagger says he beat him in the Elimination Chamber. He's got the weight of a nation on his shoulders or some crap, and Jericho says that he's got a match with him tonight, and until he can beat him, shut the hell up. A tout from JBL climbing another mountain, and I know this is supposed to be for charity, and climbing mountains is not easy, but when your goal is this whole 7 summits thing, and you're going around climbing all these mountains, and you never make it to the summits, it's kind of, I don't know, it comes across as bad to me for some reason, and I realize it is for charity, and it's really difficult, but when he said he was going to climb the summits of all these mountains, and I think he's done 4, and hasn't made it to the top of 2 already, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but when it showed the tout and he didn't make it up another mountain, I was just like, oh my god. Fandango versus Khali. This was actually pretty funny. Khali can't pronounce Fandango's name, so of course he leaves. He refuses to wrestle him. Sheamus and Orton get attacked backstage. Reigns hits an awesome spear on Sheamus, puts him through a table. Mark Henry versus Ryback. Match never happens. Immediately, the Shield comes out. They attack Ryback, but he fights them off. So Mark Henry's getting back in to get him some, and the Shield attacks Ryback from behind, and they powerbomb him. Mark Henry picks him up and hits the World's Strongest Slam 3 times on Ryback. So I still think it's going to be Mark Henry versus Ryback at WrestleMania, and Big Show will eventually become the tag partner for Orton and Sheamus. Jericho versus Swagger. This was a good main event here. Jericho gets Swagger in the walls of Jericho, but Zeb Colter gets on the apron and Swagger gets the ropes. Jericho goes for the code breaker, but Swagger catches him and just tosses him into the corner. Jericho hits his head on the bottom turnbuckle just like Layla did earlier, which was weird. And then Swagger hits him with the gut-wrench powerbomb for the win. They obviously didn't want Jericho to tap out to the Patriot Lock, so they had Swagger beat him with a powerbomb. But Swagger went over here just like he should, and I thought it was a good main event. So that was this week's SmackDown. Like I said, it felt like an average show to me, but maybe it was just me. It didn't seem like anything special, and it felt like there were a lot more recaps this week. But anyways, that's my review of this week's SmackDown. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.